Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So first off, I just want to say I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is safe out there, and let's try to make the best of what's left of 2020 basically, or what summer of 2020. And just want to say thank you guys for 1,300 subscribers right now. Like, I'm just laying in my bed and all of a sudden I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm at 1,300 subscribers. Like, oh my goodness. So thank you all for the support and for the love. And I don't know what to say. But thank you all for subscribing and supporting me. It means so much to me. Like, I'm just like, But in any case, so in today's video, if you can't tell by the title already, I am going to be trying this TikTok concealer hack. And this is specifically for the under eyes. Now, when I usually apply my concealer, I don't really put that much on anyways, and I don't really bake. So I actually stumbled on this video by accident. This video is by Smitha Deepak. I will link her YouTube down below. And she actually was trying this hack from a TikToker named Kendra, which I also think she has a YouTube channel, and I'll put that in the description down below, and everything. So when I was watching this video, I'm thinking, maybe I should try this out. You know, because one technique can work for one person and not work for another person, right? So I figured, you know what, let's go try this out. And I wanted to like share this with you guys because I wanted to see how it works on one side of my face, and the other side of my face would be how I normally do it. But before we get started with today's video, make sure you are subscribed to my channel and ring that bell so you are notified when I upload a new video. And give this video a thumbs up if you do like this video and like this trick or anything like that. And if you do have any other ways of applying your concealer without creasing, please let me know in the comment section below. I would love to read it and try it out. So now let's get started with the video. Okay, so I screwed you guys in really close to me right now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have done my contour. I have done my nose contour. I just have to put the concealer under my eyes. So basically with this TikTok hack, I'm gonna have some water first. Oh, that's a good water. So basically with this TikTok hack is that you apply your concealer as you normally would, and then you apply the setting spray on the back of your hand and dab and take like a little bit of it. I don't know why you didn't focus. So you take a little bit of it and then you put it right underneath your eyes. So like right on top of the concealer is basically. And then you set that with a little bit of powder. So just like go in with the powder and then just kind of like put it on there. So when I saw this technique, I was like, oh, I really need to try this out because it's not a baking technique. So I figured we would try that out. So on the left side of my face, we'll do the TikTok hack, and on the right side of my face is how I would normally do my concealer. So, let's see, where is my concealer right now? So we're gonna go in with the Shiseido Self-Synchro Refreshing Concealer. Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Concealer. I can never remember the name of it because it's so darn long. So this is in shade 202 Light. Now I like to put my concealer right in here and just a little bit out there, as you can see. And then I'll do the same thing with the other side because I might as well. So I'm just gonna let that sit for a little bit and grab my tools. Which one here? So the tool I'm getting is the Pro Contour Highlight by Sephora. This is in brush 80. So I'm gonna grab this just to help like blend it out. And I also go in with my beauty blender afterwards just to help blend anything else out so there is no harsh lines. And what do I have here? So I'm also going to grab my setting spray. I also have my Milk Makeup Blur Set translucent powder. Man, I can't think today. What is wrong with me? So it was set for a little bit, and we're going to blend this side out. So what I usually do here is that I would spread the concealer out and blend it. Of course. So with this brush, it helps like really get into the corners of like the nose there, just really like buff it in. So I kind of like buff, and sometimes in circular motions, get right in there. stippling and then buffing motions. So it blends up really nicely, and then afterwards I go in with the Beauty Blender and then just blend out the harsh lines and make sure that is blended in with the contour, because we don't need any like harsh lines in there. So then make sure that it is blended well, make sure that it is like into the skin, you know? Okay, so before I use the setting spray, I wanted to use my cream blush. I've been really into cream blushes ever since I made that Westman Atelier video. It's like, it's really nice. Definitely really nice. It gives a nice sheen to it, and just that whole line in general is just a really, really nice look. Like, this is all Westman Atelier, minus the concealer of course, but like my foundation, the contour with the addition with the Chanel, and of course the blush that you just saw, like it just looks so nice. Okay, so I'm just gonna blend this out one more time to make sure it is blended well with the blush. As you can see, it looks so good. Alright, so I'm just gonna make sure that it is not settling into any fine lines. Make sure to blend it out. And what they say is when you use the setting spray, so I'm going with the Revolution Pro Fix, to spray at the back of your hand and then use your finger to kind of set that and then use the powder. So I'm just going to shake this up a little bit. Spray this back of my hand. Ooh, it's like a geyser. And then you grab a little bit of that setting mist and you're supposed to pat, 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 pat. And this is supposed to ensure that there is no creasing anywhere. So with this, I don't know if you guys can tell, because I'm trying to maneuver a mirror and trying to not to let this setting spray mist like drip, sorry, at the same time. And they also say to kind of use this around your smile lines if you have any. So I do have some smile lines around there. Let's see if that works. So just a initial reaction. It doesn't look like it made my concealer patchy, like it didn't pick up the concealer or anything, because you know sometimes when you use too much of like the spray or something and it'll just pick up the product. It doesn't look like it did that. Now they say you can use a brush to apply the translucent powder, but I'm going to take a very light amount on my Beauty Blender and just put that on there. We're not baking, just so you know, we are not baking. It's just like a dusting of it. So I'm gonna grab a bit of that. And we're gonna set that. Just so you guys know, it didn't pick up any of the concealer, like I said. It actually smoothed it quite well, actually. And now putting a bit of that translucent powder, it looks pretty like flawless. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It looks pretty darn flawless. It's not settling. Like, I do have some lines under my eyes, but it's definitely not settling at all. It's sitting on top of the skin very nicely. Whether or not this will hold or keep me matte or anything like that, it is a little debatable, especially like my smile lines as well. So we'll see about that. I'm putting like a little bit more on my smile lines just in case, but it definitely looks pretty good right now. Like, I'm not gonna lie. So I'm gonna do this side of my face and like how I normally do it, and then we'll compare the two. And just so you guys know, if you let your concealer sit for a while before you actually blend it, it will work 10 times better in terms of coverage, performance, because you have to let the concealer sit first to do its thing, because if you're going to apply wet, well, it's obviously wet, but if you're just going to blend it out the moment you apply it on, it's not going to have a chance to do what it's supposed to do before you actually blend it out. Okay, so get the back of my beauty blender. Blend that out. So of course we're just gonna go straight in with the translucent powder, and once again, I do not bake. I tend to look down when I'm applying my translucent powders, but again, I do not bake I set it, but I don't do the whole baking thing. I feel that it's a little bit too drying for my skin. And also with this TikTok hack right here, it's not supposed to be drying as well. So that's why I wanted to try it, because if it actually works, then dang. But of course, if you apply too much powder, it's gonna look a little dry anyway. Okay, so both sides have been set. One side's obviously with the powder and one side is with the setting spray and then the powder. So I don't know if you guys can tell a difference or not between the two sides right here. I don't know, can you guys tell a difference? I feel like the right side's a little bit more, just slightly drier than the left though. I feel like the left side, it's still kind of settling into my lines a little bit. But it's not bad, but we'll see how it performs throughout the day, because we are planning to go for a little bit of a walk. So we'll definitely see how that is. But as of right now, I'm not hating either side. Like this side is what I usually do anyways, you know, just like majority of people out there. The setting spray side definitely looks nice. It doesn't look as dry. But once again, I can kind of see it's still settling to my lines a little bit. But we'll see how the performance is like, and I will let you guys know. Okay guys, so I didn't do any check-ins, but it is now 7:17 and I basically, what did I do today? A walk in the park. It wasn't that hot, it wasn't cool either, but there was a nice breeze though. But overall, I was outside, I was out and about, and it's been about 8-ish hours since I've applied and done like my techniques and everything. So we're gonna take a closer look at what's going on both sides, and I'm gonna reel you guys in too. Okay, so I hope this is close enough for you guys, and I'm getting a little oily on the sides of my nose. But I do have to say that when I set this side with the setting spray first and then the powder, my foundation did not settle on my smile lines, which is quite impressive actually. This side doesn't really have the smile lines compared to this side. Like the foundation always collects on this side for some reason, I don't know why. So on the same side, my nose is a little oily, but same thing on this side, so I'm not gonna comment on that. I did see that it did settle in my fine lines a little bit, but I don't know if it's because I didn't put enough there. So that could be it. So what else I see on this side is that there is a nice glow here. It's not too oily. It did settle into my fine lines a little bit. So I'm not really happy about that, but maybe it's just because I didn't put enough of the setting spray on there. On the sides of my nose, the foundation still broke up a little bit there, but I do have to say that it's not as bad as I thought it would be. This side, on the other hand, it still looks pretty matte on this side. Didn't settle much into my fine lines, but around the sides of my nose, the foundation is breaking up a little bit more compared to this side. So I guess I will use that trick around my nose a little bit on the sides here. In terms of the under eye itself, I don't know. I feel like I still kind of like the way I do it a lot more. I will try this maybe a couple more times to see if it's because I didn't put enough there, or maybe I didn't put enough powder, or what the case may be. Like I will experiment with it a little bit. But as of right now, I still prefer the way I do it. Like it still looks more mattified than it does on this side. But I definitely will use that trick in terms of my smile lines. That definitely really worked out well, and the sides of my nose. I don't hate it. Another thing I want to know that it definitely did not make my pores enlarge at all. It looks a little bit more smoother than it does on this side. I don't know why that's the case. So in terms of like directly under the eyes here, I will experiment with that to see what I need more of, what I need less of. Maybe it just depends on the product itself. But yes. So will I try this technique again in the future? I might. I would just once again have to tweak this to see how it works. As of right now, I don't hate it. There's some things that I do like about this technique, specifically with my smile lines and the sides of my nose where the foundation doesn't break that much. So I don't hate it. I'm not in love with it yet, but it's definitely something that I will continue to try out and see how it will perform with other products to see maybe weather is a factor as well. But I'll definitely continue to try this out, and maybe I'll give you guys an update about it. But I do suggest you guys give this a shot. Maybe this technique will work out for you better than it does for me. And if it does, please let me know in the comment section down below. So anyways, you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. But before you leave, make sure you check out these videos right here if you haven't done so already. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!